Manav, you're on mute.
Yeah, just a moment. Yeah. Greetings to one and all present here. Today, I am Anna Bansal, your anchor for the day. Welcome you all to the workshop Personal Branding 101 by Susan Stack in collaboration with Hack Club Tech Brewers. Today, I am extremely gratified to have amongst us Ms. Gaurika Jain, the speaker for the day. Telling about her, she has a diversified background of 15 years of corporate storytelling experience, quality insights, digital marketing, and much more. She started her career with working in big corporates like Vodafone and NGOs. But her love and passion for counseling and working with communities and young minds has bring back her roles in career counseling. She has counseled over 1,000 plus students in various careers and from various streams of CBSC, IB, Cambridge boards, and various other stream selections. She has also counseled students for various entrance exams, various courses, countries, via Skype calls, phone calls, chat sessions, various workshops, and emails. We will welcome you, ma'am, and I request you to take the stage and share your words of wisdom and your experience with our attendees.
Thank you so much. I hope I'm audible. Is the sound okay?
Uh,
Is
a
okay?
a bit more, if ma'am,
Okay,
it's
okay,
possible.
okay. This is better. This is better.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. I want to thank Anmol and Sudantech for this, this privilege of interacting with all of you, sharing, whatever little bit I have gathered over the years, and so that if there's something that you feel you can customize, you can pick up and apply in your life, what you are doing, that is what would give me immense happiness. So yes, so there's been a brief about me, and which is, I think, more than enough. So if you all allow me, I'll just present my screen. I'll share it. Let me know if it is visible. Just a second.
uh, yeah, ma'am, you have the access.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Is the screen visible?
It's visible.
Okay, great. So I believe the session will be around 40-45 minutes. Post that, there'll be a Q&A. In case if you all have any questions while we are doing the session, I'll encourage you to type it in the chat box. There might be a small on-the-moment activity which we'll all do. And so it will not be much, but just a small activity. Great. So the topic for the day is personal branding. uh, Personal branding is something that we have been hearing everybody, like, wherever you go, be it corporates, be it at school level, you are asked to write a statement of purpose. So personal branding is something that we can see across around us. We have politicians, we have film stars, we have budding tennis stars, anybody, even your boss or maybe your school teacher. Everybody has a personal brand. Now, what is actually personal brand? So this, what I have come across to know over the years of work experience, is that personal branding is actually your story. Now, this story is not, I'll not say you sharing the personal details of your life, but how you have been brought up, what has been your culture, what is your environment. All these adds up to your personal brand and your persona. So that's why the story part is something which I got really curious about. I did a lot of research, and I'm also a storyteller. So out of the research that I got, I have just put across few of the pointers to discuss for this session today. Now, this is a very simple agenda for the day. It is just communicating your story and building your brand. So when you talk about your brand building, your personal brand, it's nothing but just very basic. It's like our dal chawal, like, or sabzi roti. Just your story, how you communicate it and how you build your brand. Now, the purpose of the brand could be anything. If you are a student, it could be so that you get an admission into a good college, or maybe if you are a working executive, so that you get the next height. It could also mean that you want others to get enriched and inspired from your brand. So the purpose is different for different people. That we'll come to it later on. Now, just a brief about me, though it's been shared beautifully, at the introduction itself. So what I have been doing is that I've been working with a lot of teenagers, young adults, and executives, helping them tell their stories. By telling, I don't mean like, I write and they tell. No, it's like, working across what are their passion areas, what are the roadblocks, dealing with what comes in the way. As human beings, we all have our challenges, but how we come out of it is a little bit what I've been doing, and building a brand for themselves. This is what my work is. So you may say that, like, okay, a story, but what's the big deal in a story? We all read stories, we all go through news every day, and we get inspired. But once in a while, a story pops in which makes us take notice. And it is a very simple and a very mundane thing which takes our notice. So over the years, what I found is, like, there have been a lot of instances where a child, let's say, wants to take up arts, but due to parental pressure, takes up science, can't cope up with that, and loses interest, maybe flunks in school or can't pass through college. On the other side of it, I've also seen students merging their passion. By that I mean is that, let's say you are good in music and you're good in science. Or maybe you want to be a fashion designer, but you also are interested in science. I've seen people, the case that I know of is this girl became a scientist, and she, because of her passion for fashion designing, she is designing space suits for NASA scientists. So idea here is how we merge our passion with our living, how we merge a stream that we are pursuing with an underlying talent that we might have. If you go through Bollywood or Hollywood film stars also, you'll see a lot of them have done either MBAs or maybe they're chemical engineers, but their passion for acting is also there. You have a lot of chartered accountants who later on give up and they become musicians. So how you merge your professional life and your talent goes into making the story that is you. So there are few elements when we talk about story, which is what we are coming at now. At the crux of the story and where it begins is just with you. As simple as that. By you, there's an acronym that I have come to know of over the years of work that I've done, where the Y stands for yours. It is only yours. O is that only part, and U is that unique part. So we all have our different journeys, right? And though we are growing up in the same environment and we go to the same kind of school, but each of us are different. Each of us have that unique thing which differs from the other person. You may be sharing the bench, or your colleagues are there in the same office, same designation, but you both are different. Similarly, when you go to a college, your best friend might be sharing your tiffin, you may be sharing your heart secrets, everything, but you both are different. So this story begins with you. And if you see in the left, there's this picture of Novak. So Novak, if you all follow tennis, or if you have seen him, it's somebody who wears his emotions on his sleeves, maybe. This picture, I think maybe it was a match that he won, or maybe he lost. I don't recollect that. But what I know about the emotion was that he was so emotional that he was clapping. Now, this clap can be for us, for ourselves. So personal branding is nothing but it's managing your name. Now, even if you don't own a business, in a world of fake news and semi-permanent Google records. So don't forget to clap for yourself. So we are surrounded, by an environment where we don't know which news is correct and which is fake. Many a times we go by the fake news. We all have been, seeing that specifically in this pandemic and COVID era, where we don't know what to trust. So personal branding is also on the same lines. It's about managing your name. By your name, I would mean if you have chosen that, okay, my passion is that I want to become a teacher for that matter, and I have taken up arts, or maybe I've taken up science. So it is you as a teacher. If you have branded yourself, you thought of yourself that I want to be a teacher, that is your name. That is what personal branding is for you. Even if you don't own a business, you have just started off, right? Even after you have struggled for maybe 5 6 years, maybe even you don't own a business, or maybe you have not made that name for yourself that way. But please remember, this is a world where we are surrounded by fake news, and we have these Google records which maybe are like, semi-permanent. So what we need to do is that we don't have to forget this, that we have to clap for ourselves. During our life's journey, there are a lot of instances where probably in an exam, or maybe in a promotion, or in any situation in life, we have to take a back seat. But that is the moment where we should not forget to clap for ourselves. That's what also makes up into going our personal brand. Now, when we come to communicating our brand story, there are a lot of different ways how you can communicate your brand story. If you feel that, okay, writing is your passion, you are somebody who really loves to write, you can start with a blog, you can start with an article. If you are somebody who likes to speak, you can go in for a podcast. If there's somebody who likes to act, you want to speak, then you can go in for a video mode. Whatever it is, communication of your brand story is very important. If it is there in your head, it's not going to be shared by anybody. Whatever you have inside you, you have to write it down. Now, what is it that you are going to communicate? What is it that the world wants to know from you? And why would somebody be interested to read your story or communicate with you? So it begins with talking to yourself. See, we all are results of individual and collective consciousness. By that, what I mean is that we grow up in different kind of cultures, in community, our religion, our family, our parents. We might have parents who are very, very loving. We might have parents who, probably one of our parents, like, other father or mother is quite, somebody who has got a lot of anger issues, somebody who's always stressed, or maybe we have parents who are very happy-go-lucky. So we have different kind of parents. So everything has an impact on us as an individual. Our culture has an impact, our education, which school we go, who are our friends, what kind of food we like to eat, what is the community, where do we stay, be it the city, be it the country, each and everything has a collective, this is called the collective consciousness. So you as an individual are a result of all these things. And then there is this inner dialogue that, okay, I want to become an engineer, or I want to become a scientist, or I want to become a dancer. You are there as an individual, but in building you, there is entire tree which is involved. So I'd like to share one small exercise which has been very powerful. Though you will not be able to complete it right now, but I just want to share it with you, which you can do it later on and share it across with me. So you just need to draw a tree, simple tree with its roots. So like, there is this big tree, like a banyan tree, which has got its roots going down the earth. There's this big trunk of the tree, and then there are the trees, the leaves. Now the roots, each root represents you and the collective consciousness. You can just make a note of it, and you can just write like, okay, so my family, so it's a loving family, or maybe it's a family which is very strict. What kind of culture, what religion, what has been your belief. So whatever has gone into making you, just make that tree with the roots, and just mark each of the root with everything, like, what community you belong to, what is the effect of the religion that you follow has on you. Does it make you kind of a calm person, or that has gone into making you somebody who's very proactive? So just think about it. It will take some time, maybe a half an hour or 1 hour dedicated time, and you can make this tree. The trunk of the tree represents the different kind of your milestones in your life. I'll not say career or your student journey, but your life. So the year of your birth, you know, then the next, let's say whatever you remember, whatever is important for you as a milestone, the day that you went to school or the day you got enrolled to college, or maybe a course that you did, whatever you feel is important for your life, you can mark that year and you can write a short, a note against that. Then the tree and the leaves. Imagine the leaves as if that leaf has got eyes. Okay, that's somebody which is a living organism just like us, which has got eyes also. And think about all the positive or the fruits that you got. Let's say you got scored a A, or you got a highest marks, or maybe you got a promotion, or you got married, or probably you went out with your friend for the first time. So whatever it is, you just mark that on as fruits on that tree. Once you make that, that's your entire life story. That's your entire story. So first you have to talk to yourself before you talk to others. You communicate your brand story to others. You first have to know yourself. And when you make that tree, just be conscious about the fact that you are sitting where you can concentrate the most, because you have to really deep dive into your your past and your present, where you want to be everything. So take that half an hour or 1 hour time out, and you'll really enjoy this activity. This is one. Second is that identify your passion. What drives you. Now this passion is again intrinsic to you. Maybe your best friend could be good in science and he has enrolled for PCM. You might be good in arts and you are scared of mathematics, but because of peer pressure you have taken that particular stream. Or maybe a course. What will happen is that since that is not your passion, that's going to fizzle out. So most important thing is that when you're talking to yourself, and you would have made this tree at whichever juncture of life you may be, as a student, as a professional, as a family person, just identify your passion. This would really help you identify your passion. Once you've identified as to who you are, identify what drives you. It could be like you want to you can bake cakes for that matter, or maybe you are a good cook, you are a good chef, or maybe it is music or dance. So whatever drives you, maybe a walk in the nature drives you. Many a times what happens when we are working and we take a break, we exercise, or we go out in the nature, or we listen to some good music, that drives us. So what drives you? Equally important is that what puts you off. There are a lot of things that puts us off. If we don't identify that, if we don't, point that as to what puts us off, we'll not be able to balance our brand story. There's a short exercise I would like to, all of you to do, which is that think of a fictional character which resembles you. Now, this character could be anybody. It could be a comic character. It could be a Bollywood actor, actress. It could be a politician. It could be somebody who's living or dead. It could be a fairy tale. Anybody, any character which resembles you. If you could just make a note and share it in the chat box, that would be really great. We'll just take 2 minutes for this. Is that okay? Once we have written, can I just get a thing that so that I can go to the next slide after that?
Participants chatbot is open for you all, so you can like reply on that.
So any fictional character, if you feel like, it could be Cinderella, it could be Batman, it could be Thor, it could be Spider-Man, any character whom you feel resembles you. You can please type in the chat box. Aish will take up the questions after the session. It might answer during the session itself, so I'll definitely take it up. Okay, Omkar says Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. Great. Okay, can we have some more? Okay, Mickey Mouse, Sherlock Holmes. Vaibhav says Sherlock Holmes. Okay, great. So I would just want you to, whenever you want, you can just think about this and identify that character which resembles you and make a note of it. So when you say Sherlock Holmes, ask yourself, why Sherlock Holmes? What is common between me and Sherlock Holmes? Is it the inquisitive nature? Is it like, something to, I want to solve a mystery, or maybe he's tall, or maybe I look like him. It could be anything. If you say Mickey Mouse, maybe it's mischievous. Or when you say Leo in Wolf of Wall Street, why? Because of money, or because, like, somebody who's very smart and he's, so you have to question yourself as to why you identify. Okay, the professor from Money Heist. So why you identify with that character is something that you need to ask yourself. This is one of the basic fundamentals, because we always relate to story characters much more than we relate to maybe a fictional book or something. So Ayush, like, how we can improve our personal branding, we'll come to it once we little bit understand how we build our personal brand. So this identification of character is a very important thing. You'll really enjoy this when you do it again. So storytelling, which is actually parallel to how we build up our brand, has few factors, which is it has a story. Every story has a purpose. There is the approach what we take. There's a delivery part, and there's a call to an action. These are the elements of a story. Now, how we use it for our personality, I just share. Okay, so we all have different personality types. So in order for us to leverage on our personality and our personal branding, we first have to understand what kind of personality we have. Are we extroverts? Do we really like engaging with people and, like, going out? If we go out in a group of friends or in a party, are we the ones who enjoy a variety of tasks and, like, we are good at multitasking? Or we are somebody who like to work alone? We are the introverts. We work in small groups. We prefer a more deliberate space, and we like to focus on one task at a time. So it all begins with that character that you've identified. So when you deep dive, try and also understand your personality type. You could be somebody who's a judger. A judger is somebody who likes always to be organized, prepared. He likes to make and stick to plans, very comfortable following the rules. So you would be a judger. Somebody who is a feeler is somebody who's very sensitive, very cooperative. This is the person who is going to open the door for you, somebody who's going to make you comfortable, somebody who would decide on the basis of their personal values and how others will be affected by their actions. So you have got a lot of startup co-founders who are feeders, who are very sensitive towards the need of others, and that is how they come out with that product. So we have different kind of personality types. Which one are you will help you build that personal brand for yourself. Once you've identified, so whether you are an introvert or an extrovert, maybe you are somebody who's very conservative. Okay, when you have made up a mind, and when you know that this is what it is, you don't want to actually change that. You could be somebody who's very aggressive. Now, these are all personality types and character types that we are looking at. Now, there's a Native American proverb which says, "Tell me the facts and I'll learn. Tell me the truth and I'll believe. But tell me a story and it will live in heart forever." When you write your personal brand story, when you write a summary about yourself, Please think of this proverb. It will definitely, kind of open new doors for you. When we hear a story, when we hear a coder probably who has got promotion and maybe he's got 300% hike, there's a story which works, which means he has sacrificed probably his family life, he stopped going out with friends, he's concentrating, he's applying to roles and jobs, he's preparing for it. So the behind the scene preparation is different from what you see. What we see is that, okay, this person has got a 300% hike. But what has gone behind that preparation, maybe he has family which is very supportive, or maybe he has family members who are not at all supportive, and he knows that, okay, in order to make a name for myself, I have to break this wall. So what I want you to understand is that be very focused and calm when you do the activity of identifying that character, which could be a fairy tale character, but you resonate from the personality aspect. That will help you open new doors to understand your personality and bring that out when you share that story with others. So knowing your profile is very important. There's something else also which is called value. We all are driven by values. Somebody is driven by, let's say, my value system could be I'm driven by money. Let's say somebody else's value system could be that, okay, I have an independent streak, which means if my boss or my teacher tells me to do something, since I have an independent streak, it does not go well with my value system. Somebody else might say that my value system lies in my freedom. I should have a choice to decide which project should I do, or when I'm doing a project with my fellow co-workers, I need to have that freedom. Otherwise, that person finds himself very confined and will not be able to progress much. So finding and understanding your value system is equally important. Again, I'm coming back to that identification of yourself with a character, because a lot of things goes behind, which is one of them is value system. So when you say Sherlock Holmes, or when you say Leo, or when you say the professor in Money Heist, what is that value that you feel that character has which resonates with you? And write it down. It could be anything, any value, but that is your value system. That is the reason why you have resonated with that character. Now, creating trust through story. Always understand and believe this, that it's our life story, and what we are doing is that when we are writing something as a personal brand in the way of maybe we are taking a webinar, or maybe we are writing a blog, or maybe we are just writing a resume for that matter, or a statement of purpose. Please do not gossip. By do not gossip, I mean is that don't put anything which you have not done, which you have not acquired as a knowledge. Don't put anything just to highlight or showcase yourself in a better light, because there's a value which is called trust. And I think trust is the most important thing when we, be it in friendships, be it in relationships. So if you build that trust with yourself, you would be able to create a story which is then going to resonate, and that could meet the end that you are looking at. Your goal could be anything. By creating a personal brand, you might want to reach out to people who could hire you, maybe recruiters, maybe the CEOs, or maybe a college that you're looking at, a college admission that you're looking at. But if you understand this purpose of creating through trust, your story would be unique as you are. So don't gossip about whatever you're writing there. Don't write anything which you have not done, not pursued, and you don't know. It's okay to say, I don't know, than putting something which you actually don't know, but you have told that, okay, this is something I've done, this is a project I've done, or maybe this is a thing which I have won. Nobody does a cross check, but then that check remains with you. Now, if people believe they share values with the company, they will stay loyal to the brand. With that, I'll just give you an example from my personal life. So with Vodafone, I worked for 10 years. Now, that's a huge, 1 decade that I've spent with one company. The only thing which made me stick was this value system, which I have now realized when I now look back why I stayed with a particular brand for 10 years was because of the value which the brand had and which resonated with me. So when you look out for your job, please read the mission vision statement of the company. Each company on their website have this mission and vision statement. Go through it and check and see if it resonates with your value system. If it does not, just going into the company for few months or 1 year or something down the line, you will realize because of that clash of the value system, you will not enjoy working in that place, or maybe you will not enjoy studying in that college. So it might take a little bit of research on your part to go through the mission and vision statement that we don't usually go, but it will really, reap benefits. That is what I've seen from the past experience of my, journey so far. Before a company's vision and mission statement, do think about your vision and mission statement. Have you ever thought about what is your vision? If you check building your brand, how do you build your personal brand? One thing is for sure, it has to be long term. Because after all, it's all about you. How you perceive it could be a brand which you might think of yourself 5 years or 10 years down the line. Always think long term. If you think long term, if you plan what you want to be and where you want to be after 10 years, you will be able to plan it backwards to 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, 1 month, and maybe to 1 week. So whenever you are building your brand, always think that it's for long term. It's not a shortcut. It's not a 3 hour movie. It's something which is going to stay with people. Okay. When we talk about building our brand, who is this for? Most important thing is that who is this audience? Who is going to go through my personal branding stuff? Who is going to look into my story? Who is going to go through my LinkedIn profile for that matter? Or who is going to read this statement of purpose? Who is this audience? Look for platforms which has your target audience. If you feel that okay, I'm a musician, look for forums which have people who appreciate music. If you are a coder, look for such forums which have this kind of target audience. Only then you will be able to share and they will also be able to resonate with you. So apart from who you are, what is important is who is the audience. Okay, one of the basic rule of investing, we know if we all invest, it's to be very consistent. If you invest consistently, you are going to get, in long term, you are going to gain. Similarly, just like investing regularly pays off in long term, basic rule also applies in personal brand building. If you write a blog today and you forget about it, if you do a podcast today and you don't take it forward, if you post a YouTube video today, but then after 3 or 6 months, the interest fizzles out, it's not going to pay you long term. And remember what we started, building your brand is long term. Today you might like writing, tomorrow you might like doing a video. That is fine. Your expression can be different, but if you want to build this just for a small project, then this is not going to pay you, reap benefits that much. So be mindful of this. So there are a few tips and insights which every brand, a person who's wanting to make a brand should know. One is that we discussed, know yourself. Who are you? What drives you? What puts you off? What inspires you? What is your value system? And what's your environment, the tree that we spoke about? Capture it, journal it. Whenever any thought comes to you, please journal, please write it down, maybe in the notepad of your phone or maybe write a journal. That really helps because we might have some thoughts in our mind, but it goes away. We forget about it. So pen and paper, write it down. Know your audience. Okay, you are writing the statement of purpose. Who is your audience? Who is going to read this? Is it going to be the administrator? Is it going to be the principal? If you're writing a resume, who is this recruiter? Which company is he from? So know your audience. Share and publish. If you don't write, if you don't share, if you don't begin, it will not work. And you have to keep on publishing. You have to be consistent with this plan and keep on building. As I said, it's not just a run of the mill thing, it's for long term. So know yourself, capture it, know your audience, share and publish, and keep on building. So we are at the end of the session. This is my contact details. Now I'm just stopping the share and let's look at the questions. Okay, Anmol, are we open to take questions?
Yeah, ma'am, just a moment. So, thank you, ma'am, for like sharing the content which was our motto to deliver regarding the personal branding. Now I open the house to all the participants for questions. You can write your questions in the chat box if you have any questions. Like, ma'am, Ayush asked a question
Yes, yes,
previously.
yes. So how can we improve? If Ayush, can you unmute Ayush? If Ayush can also speak, that will be also good. I mean, so that we can have just a dialogue, if that's possible.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Ayush, you can unmute yourself now.
Yes. Good evening, ma'am.
Hey, good evening, Ayush. How are you?
Fine, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. Please tell me. So
Ma'am,
your
my
question is,
question,
yeah.
yeah, ma'am, my question to you is, how can we improve our personal branding?
Okay. Before I answer that question, is it okay if I ask you something, Ayush?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, Ayush, can you tell me something about yourself, just in 2 lines?
Mm, I am an introvert
Okay.
and I love coding.
Okay, that's great. So you are an introvert and you love coding. So
Yeah.
do you think you being an introvert helps you being a coder?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and in which ways? Okay, if
Hello.
you are, hello, you were on mute, I could not hear you. How is being introvert serving you to become a good coder? Is what I'm curious about.
Yeah. Like, ma'am, suppose there is like a runtime error in the program.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am not finding that error, so like sometimes we go and just sit there alone and like not
Mm-hmm.
surfing on the mobile, just sit alone
Correct.
and think about it, like sometime 5 to 10 minutes or more than that.
Right.
So sometimes we find the solution of that thing.
Right. That's how it's helping you. So the success of you being a coder is because of your personality of you being an introvert, right?
Yeah.
One of the reasons. Great. So when you talk about how do we improve our personal branding, what is it that you are looking at what does personal branding mean to you? Like leave aside whatever I have discussed so far. Just forget that. What does personal branding mean to you?
For me, personal branding means me like when I interact with other people,
Mm-hmm.
I must have a great impact upon them.
You must have a great impact upon them. Okay. Okay. And when you say great impact, by what ways? What are the ways you are planning to make an impact on on the
Like
others?
when I say them something,
Mm-hmm.
they understand it fully. They don't have
Okay.
any doubt.
Okay. And what do you think would make it easier for them to understand without any doubts, whatever you are saying, so that they can
Like by
understand completely?
improving my communication skills.
Okay, great. So we have one thing that has come out from you only, that to improve your personal branding, you first have to improve your communication skills. So this is the dialogue that I was that tree that I had shared, that activity. If you do that, so improving your communication skills, now you can go into like whether it is written, spoken, what is it that you want to improve, and start from there. take a small step and start from there. That will go in improving your personal branding. So the activity that you do today, Ayush, might reap benefits after 6 months or 1 year, provided you are consistent.
Yes,
Does
ma'am.
that answer? Am I being able to, like, is that query answered or?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Ayush. Thank you. It was
Thank you.
nice to
Thank you
talk to
very
you.
much, ma'am.
Welcome, welcome. Okay. Anybody else? Anyone who wants to ask a question or maybe post a question?
Ma'am, Rahul has a question that how to increase connections other than the friend circle.
Okay, great. Can I speak with Rahul?
Yeah,
Yes, definitely, ma'am. Just wait. Rahul, you can unmute yourself now.
Yes. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Rahul. Hi, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, Rahul, tell me. So what's your question?
Ma'am, my question is how to increase connection other than friend circle?
Right. So, any particular platform, Rahul, that you're talking about?
Ma'am, like LinkedIn.
Correct. So
Yeah.
LinkedIn definitely, yeah, yeah. Sorry, you were saying something.
Ma'am, LinkedIn or Twitter.
Okay, great. So yes, LinkedIn basically is the most important, a professional networking platform. First line of contact, as you said, are your friends. But the second line of contact are the people that you start connecting with. So let's say, Rahul, what are you doing? I mean, are you working or are you a student?
I'm second year student, ma'am.
Okay, and which stream? What are you pursuing?
Data science, ma'am.
Data science?
Computer science.
Computer science. Okay. So your LinkedIn profile, if I were to ask you, how many computer scientists or maybe how many computer engineers are you connected with?
Ma'am, I think 400 to 500.
400 to 500, you already are connected. Okay.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
okay, I presume these are not your friends.
Yes, but I never talked with him.
Okay, you don't have to talk with them, but what you can do is that you can start writing. If writing is something that you are good at, or maybe if you get any article like LinkedIn, you come across any article, you can share it. But when you are sharing, write some thoughts about, like, let's say there's an article which you really liked. Just write 2 lines what you liked in that article and then share. So once you start doing that, and also there are a lot of forums online on LinkedIn which you can be part of, depending upon your interest. So if it is computer science, there are a lot of forums. If you search on LinkedIn, become part of them. These are all unpaid, like nothing you have to pay, and start sharing your thoughts, start sharing articles, and you can have a good communication. So this will help you build that brand. So if you have 400, 500 already, like if you're saying as computer scientists or computer engineers, start check which companies they are working for. Let's say somebody is working with Microsoft. Try and find some news about Microsoft which is interesting. If you have a query, post that query. Ask that person on LinkedIn. That's how you will. The more you interact, the more build up it will be. Is it fine, Rahul? Or I mean, does that answer your
Thank
query?
you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome, welcome.
ma'am, we have a question from Varsha.
Yes,
That,
yes,
ma'am, as you said about writing journals, how can a person look up on our own pros and
correct,
cons without being
correct,
partial?
correct, absolutely. This is a very good question. Varsha, can I speak with you for 1 minute if you can unmute yourself?
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Hello, hello, Varsha. Good evening. How are you doing?
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. So, Varsha,
Yeah.
what
And
do you do?
also, I would like to thank Manav
Yeah.
to, present my question. Thank you, Manav.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. So, Varsha, interesting question. Yes. When we are writing journals and how we as a person understand our pros and cons without being partial, right? Because it's difficult to judge ourselves is the question, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Varsha, the activity which I suggested of you thinking about a fictional character or somebody which resembles you. So, who resembles you? Can you share any character that resembles you? Something which is coming to you at this moment.
I don't know actually. Like I am a very chit-chatty kind of person. I talk a
Okay.
lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at sometimes I talk without even thinking. I just blabbering around. So
Okay.
I can't. Yeah.
Okay. So you might have some character in a film or in a novel or somewhere that you might say, okay, this is like me. Okay. So I wanted to do this small exercise for me. Not now, but later on. Try and find out that character, that one or two characters that you resemble, and two characters that you don't resemble at all. Okay, because this question that you have asked, I will not be able to give you a straight answer right now because it is very difficult to understand our pros and cons. Now, you yourself right now said that you talk a lot without thinking. So, so is that a compliment to yourself, or you feel that there's something that you want to work on?
I think I should work on it because sometimes it's good when we are in a friend circle or very friendly zone. So
Right.
it's good to talk, but sometimes we are at a very serious places and in a very serious condition. So it
Yeah.
might be not appropriate to just talk.
Correct, correct. So you yourself just now shared one of the things where you can, the con part of it. The pro part is
Yes.
also there, the con part. So this
Yeah.
is how, this is how if you do this activity, you will come to know a great deal about yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am. Right. Thank you, ma'am, for the answer.
Welcome, welcome, most welcome.
Ma'am, we have some questions from the like registration forms, but
Okay.
due to the time constraint, like I will be just asking you question and like if we
Sure,
can
sure.
get
Yes,
some.
yes, 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 yes.
So basically, one question I got was that how can a college student raise his personal branding due to the current pandemic situation? He hasn't seen his friend circle yet in college. So how can he build a personal brand at that situation?
Okay, so one thing is that personal branding, apart from peer group, most important is to connect with the kind of, maybe the stream that he's taken and look at, professionals on LinkedIn with whom he can connect. He can send requests to his college friends also. He's not seen them, that's fine. But we have also not interacted with maybe the CEOs and the startup founders, co-founders as well. But we might take inspiration from. So reaching out, because this is going to be the normal for us now. I don't know for how long. So first of all, we have to keep in mind that maybe that physical proximity or meeting might not be possible. The best place would be LinkedIn, and maybe to read each other's about section. LinkedIn has an about section. So be very mindful when you write the about section. It is your journey, which others are going to see. And that is how you do it.
Another question is like I am a student, just started my professional career.
Okay.
Two pieces of advice you think that would be better for me and for others like me.
So I will not be able to, it's a very generic question on what line this advice he's asking, any particular profession is, so if he can probably mail it to me or,
Basically, like we
yeah.
have mostly tech students here.
Okay, okay. So if he's a technology student, what is he working as? He's already started
Programmer.
working as a
Programmer.
programmer. Okay, and what kind of advice in terms of promotion in a company, or how to be better at work? What is it that he's planning?
Just generic advice from the question that he asked. Is asking just a generic advice.
Okay, okay. Generic advice, I don't think so. I should be giving, because without knowing the full facts, if I say something, it's not going to help him. So if he can connect with me, he can mail it to me, or he can mail it to you in a detailed way, and you can probably share it with me. Then I can just probably take it up from there. Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am. Another question is like how to stand out from others, like at a particular representing in a particular event or something. Like exactly the question the person asked is ideas to stand out from others and how the product which you are showcasing.
Right. So this will all depend upon what kind of product he's talking about, and knowing what the competitors are also doing. So when you are presenting, although it's not feasible for us to know what others are also doing, but looking into which company they represent. doing a little research about that company, and then formulating the presentation. And nowadays you have very good tools which are available, which can help you make very good, curate very good content and presentation. So content is very important. It should be simple and crisp. Don't have to cramp lot of it. Just have basic slides and then present either through videos or maybe you are conversing, and to know your competition will always help.
Okay, one last question. It's a
Sure.
bit personal, but
Okay.
the person is asking, what inspired you for coming to this career?
Okay, yeah. What inspired me is that so I started as a customer care executive, and what I liked was when somebody came for a small thing as a SIM change or a plan change, and then we would have a conversation. The person would always talk about his journey, about the pain, so SIM change, SIM got lost, SIM gets lost. He can't speak with his parents. Parents are in some other city. He needs to connect with them. So there was always a story behind a simple thing as a SIM change or a plan change. That really interested me, and thereafter I, moved into this coaching aspect. That is just one part I just shared. So that's what inspired me. Speaking to people, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering all our questions and giving this webinar a personal touch. It was an amazing experience for us all. I would like to now call Brunank, who is our partner in this workshop from Hack Club Tech Brewers. So over to you, Brunank.
Yeah, so hi everyone, and I am Runang Pawar. So I am founder and lead at Hack Club Tech Brewers. So the purpose behind creating this club was that students can learn, build, and connect with each other. As Gaurika ma'am has told in this session, that it's really very important to connect with other people, share your share your experiences, knowledge, and that's the thing that helps in a long run. So that's the main purpose, that people can connect with each other, learn, and build some good projects together. So that's the main purpose, and we are looking forward to such events that can help the members to build their personal brand at a good level and create wonders. So I would like to thank Gaurika ma'am for this wonderful session. Also thanks to Sudans Tech for this great collaboration opportunity.
Thank you, Mrinank, for kind words, and it's a great initiative, and I really congratulate you all. Having such sessions, definitely, we can share each other's experience and we can grow from that. So, great job.
Thank you.
So now I would like to call upon Managing Director for Sudans Tech, Mr. Anmol, to give a vote of thanks to ma'am.
Yeah. So, am I visible? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for the session. It was like an amazing session for us as well as for everyone. So, I would like everyone to switch on their cameras. If it's possible, we can have a group photo. So, if it's possible, everyone can switch on a camera for a minute.
I guess we need to give permission to all first.
Okay,
Then only they would be able to switch on the camera.
Yeah, it's given. Everyone can. Okay. Guys, just for a minute.
Yeah, just for a minute. You can switch on.
Okay. People are switching on. Here it's Chetan, Shreya, Anchal, Nitish. Okay, so we can have a picture. Yeah, thank you guys for joining the session. It was amazing to be with you guys. So yeah, thank you everyone. Ma'am, kindly stay for a minute.
Sure.
Before quitting, everyone, we would have much more workshops like these in future also. So in a short while, you will be receiving a link to getting the certificate and your feedback on your mails. So do fill in that for getting updates on future workshops. Thank you all for joining. Stay tuned to Susan's Tech.
Mundak, please stay back.
Yeah.